Welcome back to NL Nuggets. My name is Armando and this is Amber. We have the pleasure of joining you guys today because honestly, Isaiah asked us to. So shout out to Isaiah. No, but today's topic, should a Christian date a non-Christian or can they?
Can they? Yes, we all can. Should you is a whole nother question.
Yeah, and speaking from experience, someone that dated a non-Christian, I don't think it really affects you on the small things day to day. Like it's not really gonna affect where you're gonna go to dinner, right? It's not really going to affect what kind of outfit you're gonna walk out on out of the day. But when it comes down to the big decisions, that's where I felt my relationship almost being torn, right? But now that I get a chance to experience a whole other aspect of just how to pursue someone and how to really go after them, especially someone that is a Christ follower, I think that I wouldn't. But what do you think?
Well, my experience was a lot different than yours. I was a Christian, but I did not have a relationship with Jesus.
Okay.
So I didn't really have a model for what a real, healthy, godly relationship looked like. Because was I saved? Yes, sure. But so I dated a non-Christian for a very long time, and at the end of the day, like you said, our core values were different, you know?
Yeah.
There was a lot of just dissension because we were not seeing things from the same perspective, the same lens and everything. So, that was several years ago, but now where I am, in my walk with the Lord, I actually have a relationship with God. And that's the ultimate model for how you're supposed to have a relationship with your significant other and then eventually your spouse.
Yeah.
So, would I say now where I am, where I'm actively pursuing the Lord, I don't think I could date a non-Christian because I want somebody who's gonna worship with me. I want someone who's gonna read the Word with me. I want someone to come to church with me, you know, and, the Word talks about, iron sharpening iron. So we want to be able to lift up our spouse and to be on the same page in that way, so.
And I think, Amber, one thing that you mentioned is the journey, right? And I think that's super important for us as even Christians to acknowledge. It's not necessarily us being able to precisely define what it's right and what we should do and can do, but at the end of the day, it's this relationship with the Lord where if you're not really investing and pursuing it, it's really hard for even us to get a level of clarity with it. And now that I get to really experience a relationship with someone that is just as passionate about God as I am, you mentioned how you want someone that you'll be able to worship with and read scripture with and just continue to sharpen one another. That is something that her and I have now. Shout out to you, babe. But no, honestly, now that I get to have both to compare them to, now I'm able to see how far God has been able to work through me.
That's good.
And I've been growing a lot more than what I was doing so with my previous relationship. I mean, at the end of the day, they weren't a bad person, right? They weren't stealing, they weren't doing any harm whatsoever, but it was just that core value that we didn't share.
Yeah.
And without it, it was really hard for us to grow together, which eventually we ended up going our separate ways. But God was able to even use that to play into my journey. So then therefore, now that I'm in this current season, I'm able to just say I wouldn't do that again. In fact, like I said, I get to experience a relationship with someone that is just as passionate as I am about him. So
awesome.
To answer the question, can a non-Christian date a non-Christian? I think it's fair to say that the answer is, can you? Yeah.
Yes.
But should you?
We wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah.